Love and peace, and see y'all next lifetime.
You are now tuned into Cool Kids Astro News. Mic check.
Ooh. Gang, what's good? Shout out to everybody for coming through, coming true. This is the Cool Kids Astro News, gang. We're going to be talking about what's happening for February. So, kick back, enjoy, grab yourself some coffee. Shout out to my coffee crew that's out here. Grab yourself some coffee, some tea, water, some food, whatever it is y'all into. We are going to kick back and vibe out, gang. So it's going to be a lot of good information for this month that I already collected. And so if you haven't already, love, like, share, subscribe. Shout out to everybody for coming back, coming through. I hope these been helping. I love doing these messages for you guys. It's more chill, super chill. So Aquarius season, shout out to my Aqua brothers and sisters from all over the place, space, and times, fam. Shout out to everybody for being here. I love and appreciate all you guys. Happy birthday to the gang. And so Aquarius season, January 20th to February 18th to the gang. So the sun is in the 11th house, fam. This means change, growth, community, friendship, soul family. So we're really tapping into this community energy for this season. And so there's a lot of planets that are going to be in Aquarius this month. So it's dope. Mars is in the 10th house, reputations, traditions, driving achievement at work and goals. And so Venus is in the 9th house, and it's about studies, higher learning, offers of financial opportunity. So Mercury shifts into Aquarius on the 5th, which Mercury is about communication, entrepreneurship. So a lot of individualism and humanitarian is going to be a really big vibe for this month. So doing more, taking actions towards our goals, a lot of self-reflective moments and times through this month, just even in general for the year. So saludos. I'm gonna take a quick sip because your girl hasn't had her coffee yet. Clearly my favorite cup, if you guys haven't noticed already. Okay, so so Aquarius is in the sign of revelations and in the sign. Your girl needs more coffee. Aquarius is the sign of revelations and discoveries. So politics, market, society. Aquarius is I love Aquarius. It's like very, like I said, it's like that humanitarian, very individualism and independence, and we're very, your girl's air sign, but Aquarius is very into that very intellectual logic kind of mind frame. And so there will be a lot of new directions in where we need to transform our lives and in society, gang. So this month is going to be a really pivotal month, and we'll get deeper into what else I got going. What else we got going on in here with the notes. And so Pluto is now in Aquarius until 2044, gang. So we got a whole 2 decades of just life that's going to be happening. So a lot of change is going to happen within society, within our consciousness, within ourselves. And so get excited. It's beautiful. It's giving me chills. And so, but also it's going to be very intense. There's a lot of things that are going to be coming up to surface. There's going to be a lot of, just things that we thought we were needing to bring with us into our new chapter, into the next phase. We're now breaking down those old paradigms. We're now breaking down those old beliefs and our identity. So we're going to be going through identity crisis for sure. And so Pluto being in Aquarius is helping us to realign our goals and aspirations for success. We're going to be feeling that need to, as I was saying earlier, do more, take actions towards life. And so it's going to be a lot of game-changing moments within ourselves, but also in society too. There's going to be a lot of different innovations. I mean, we're already seeing it in our technology. And again, it's just going to be, we're continuously evolving into the new age of Aquarius, gang. So we're just taking seasons by season, decades by decades. So I'm excited to see what's going to be shifting and happening, not only just for the world, but especially for myself. So it's exciting, guys. It's dope. I'm excited. So redirecting us to shift into a more community-oriented ideal. So as I was saying earlier, it's that humanitarian and more of that soul family growth within ourselves and being connected more into just smaller communities, bigger communities. So that's going to be a big thing, not only just for the season, as I was saying, it's going to be a thing for the year. And so revolutionary surges propelling us towards a better future. And the last time Pluto was in a new zodiac sign was back in 2008, gang. Your girl, I feel that was like a soul awakening for me back in 2008. I was definitely on a journey of just finding myself, and I was doing a lot of traveling and moving to different places back in 2008. So your girl's a traveler for sure. She's a gypsy steez traveler. And it's been, man, talk about, decades of just life happening. And so we're now in a new cycle with Pluto in Aquarius. So here comes another 2 decades for life happening for all of us. So Pluto will wrap up in this transit for us for 2 decades from now into Pisces in 2043 to 2044. So Pluto, being the planet of transformation, death, and rebirth, is also Scorpio. So it's about this give and take and actual physical endings that are inevitable for our growth, for evolution, for us moving into and transitioning into our new lives, starting and stopping, hidden secrets, emotions, traumas, things coming up to surface to be transformed, death and rebirth, baby. So Pluto shines a light on just everything that needs to shift and change in our lives, mentally, physically, all of it. And so on February 5th, Mercury shifts into Aquarius. So this is going to change our focus and our connections with just everything that we got going on. Again, back to this, it's very like this humanitarian and this like surge of like revolutionary energy that we want to just shift and change our lives and even just the world. And, in how we're going to be able to affect just within our community. How can we become more inspirational and beneficial to people, not only just in the world, but people around us too. So again, drawn to humanitarian efforts and authentic social connections, this is going to be an opportune time. This is going to be an opportune time to strategize and collaborate on our long-term goals. So again, just really honing down and taking that time to nurture your goals, but also nurturing other people's and the collective of who you're wanting to establish these long-term partnerships with into the future through this Aquarius in Pluto phase. And so around the days of the new moon, which is going to be on February 9th, we're going to have a meteor shower, gang. So that's exciting. We're going to be able to see that in the sky at night. If y'all never seen a meteor shower, fam, mark this on your calendar. It's such a beautiful vibe. What a vibe. So as I was saying, back in 2009, I was living in Hawaii at the time, and I saw my first meteor shower out in the open sky. And so if y'all ever been to Hawaii and you've gone away from like the tourist area, and you're more out in the countryside, it's beautiful, beautiful. The skies are so clear, and you can see the diamonds in the skies. And so I just remember it was just a time where I was out with the homies in the relationship that I was in at the time, but we were just in the middle of the like fields, and it was just like a little kickback party that we had. And I just remember, you know, just me being such a daydreamer, I was just like looking up into the sky because it's beautiful, clear and bright, and just the vibe. Again, if y'all ever been, y'all know. If y'all never been, get to know. And so I just remember looking up, and I just started seeing like stars just like shooting like often. And so I was just like, is this a meteor shower? Like, are we just seeing that right now? And it was beautiful. So this meteor shower that's going to be coming up, it's going to be on February 8th to the 9th. And this is the only meteor shower that's going to be here in February. So it'll peak on the night of the 8th into the 9th. So mark that on your calendars. Hopefully we get some clear skies wherever you guys are at, to be able to see it. And so this meteor shower is going to produce up to 6 meteoroids per hour. So it's going to come, like, as I was saying, the last time I saw the meteor shower, it was like every few, maybe like 10 minutes or something, that I saw just like the stars just kind of shooting in all the different directions. It was so dope. It's such a vibe. So mark your calendar, and we'll be able to faintly see like the nebula and the star clusters and galaxies during this time. So if y'all got the binoculars or telescopes, y'all, it's such a vibe. I love it. So what else we got going on? So February 9th is the new moon in Aquarius. Also, this is the Chinese New Year, February 10th. So in the Chinese calendar, New Year starts on February 10th, not January here in the States or just in the Gregorian calendar. So this is a big time where, again, with Aquarius season, we're all shifting into this new era, this like new phase of just life. So the Chinese New Year will be on February 10th. This is a big celebration. If y'all ever been, so in San Francisco, it's a big celebration. And so there's all the dancers, the dragon dancers, and it's because it's such a big population of the Chinese culture. And there's Chinatown in San Francisco. Boston is also another city that celebrates the Lunar New Year as well. So those are the two main cities here in the States that are pretty big on celebrating this New Year. So it's, you know, it's, again, as I was saying, the Chinese culture is pretty prominent in San Francisco and Boston. And so it's really dope. The streets are just filled. It's like all this food. It's so beautiful. It's such a vibe. And so it's the big festivals and the dragon dancing. And on top of that, we are in the year of the dragon, again, with the Chinese zodiac and the Chinese calendar. This whole year, especially being in Aquarius, Pluto being in Aquarius as well, it's such a auspicious and magical, like supernatural, and it's an 8 year as well. We'll dive into that too. But it's gonna be so many like supernatural lucky moments when you're so tapped into you and the divine and the universe. You're going to be able to see all the things that you're meant to be seeing. So with the year of the dragon and the year of 8, that's a lot of luck and good fortune. So investing in a lot of properties and homes and real estate is going to be very proper. It's going to be very proper, gang. Going to be very prosperous for this whole cycle of this year. So 8 is the numerology of infinity, and Saturn is the ruling planet for this number. So anybody born on the 8th, 17th, the 26th, y'all are going to be feeling, you know, more of that good luck and fortune around you guys for the year. And Saturn being the ambitious and diligent in your work. So really focus and dedicated to whatever goals in life that you're wanting to do. And the life path number 8 are natural born leaders, especially in finances and business matters. So that's a beautiful, like, inspiring, you know, I'm a life path number 7. So we're all about like very independent, very individualized, lone wolf style. But it's beautiful for everybody who is connected and is born on these days, is a life path 8. And you are a dragon. You are a dragon. You're year of the dragon. I'm year of the ox. And so this is such a big, prosperous year for all you guys. So that's beautiful. So the year of the dragon is innovation, new projects. It's a favorable year, as I was saying, to invest in properties, homes, real estate. And the spirit animal dragon is all about power, change, soul fire, that inner sun, that mystical good luck, fortune, and prosperity and leadership. So back to that humanitarian vibe. And man, shout out to everybody, you know, that's able to do that for our society, for even your community. I wish I had the opportunities to do more of that and could organize some more humanitarian things for even just the community and the culture. But I've been able to, if we're talking humanitarian to giving back, you know, I've been able to do that as far as being a part of the dance community and giving back to, you know, the younger generation and showing them how to dance, basically. And so it's such a beautiful to be able to connect with your communities or just communities all over the world where you can, to just give back. You know, it's such a, it's a beautiful feeling. One of my really good friends, he is a self-made millionaire, and I remember having the conversation with him and being like, man, it must feel nice to just be able to give back, you know, to the homies, to your friends, to the family. And he was just like, yeah, you know, it really is. And you know, I've been able to connect, shout out to my brothers in Hawaii, been able to connect with them and see their operation and what they got going on. It's a vibe. I love it. I love them. And so more power to them, you know, just to see him from his beginning stages of, you know, just us being regular, just human beings and loving, you know, our crafts, our art, and really, you know, coming from nothing, you feel me? And, you know, seeing him thrive in what it is that he's doing. It's inspiring. And he's been able to do, you know, he's been able to give back to the community, especially to the dance community as well, putting, you know, together events and even beyond just within the dance community. He's built, you know, his own company and all of it. So it's beautiful. As I was saying, this year is going to be so prosperous for just everybody. It's that, again, very humanitarian community, globally, internationally, all of it. And so it's a beautiful vibe. It's to really be able to connect with so many different cultures and people, and to come together in a space to where everybody's just on that same vibe and just wanting to give back and learn from each other. That reciprocity of just having that understanding with each other is such a beautiful feeling, fam. So shout out to everybody. So the early new moon in Aquarius on February 9th is that quirky, humanitarian, independent vibe. So new moons encourages us to cut our past loose, gang. Things that we're still hung up on from the past. So it's giving us this clean slate to do it all over again. Breaking free from things that are no longer serving us mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, all of it. And so really taking this season, and if y'all celebrate, the Lunar New Year and the Chinese calendar, Happy New Year to the fam, and to really just take this time to transition and shift our beliefs and our minds and our perspectives of sending blessings to the past for the awakenings, for the lessons, for everything, that we're needing to be taught and had to go through in order for us to move to the next phase and chapter of our lives. So old habits, old beliefs, old everything, and really boldly stepping into our purpose, into our mission, into taking action in what it is that we want to do in life. And it's a time for us to dive into those inner awakenings of ourselves. It's new energy. So feeling renewed and separated from the past, it's like having no regrets and moving forward, as I was saying, is like sending love and blessings to the past for the lessons that were learned, for the journey, for the experience, for everybody that we all needed to connect with. Ooh, love and peace, and see y'all next lifetime. You feel me? And so the new moon will heighten more social activities, especially the mid-month of this month, being as it shifts into Aquarius. And so the chakra that goes with this new moon in Aquarius is our root chakra. So the first chakra in our system. And so that's the root chakra, baby, the base of our spine. It's the center of the security of our life, the foundation. And so keeping us, really grounded through this transition and really focused and really one with yourself, to be able to receive this beautiful energy that we're going to be walking into for February. It's beautiful. And so next, okay, so here we go. So these are the dates that we'll be able to see these planets in the sky during the nighttime. So mark your calendars for this one. So Mars is going to enter Aquarius February 12th. Mars is the planet of strategy, anger, motivation, innovation, comments, for sure, commitments to a goal, focus, determination, helping you make real progress in life. So Mars is going into Aquarius February 12th, and we'll be able to see those alignments in the sky night. And February 15th, the moon conjuncts Jupiter. So the moon phase from the 9th to the 15th, it'll pass within Jupiter in the constellation of Aries. So we'll be able to see Jupiter, Uranus, and the Pleiades. If you guys don't know who the Pleiades are, it's a Greek mythology. It's the seven sisters, and we'll dive into that later. But they're going to be in this really, we'll be able to see it, this beautiful alignment in the sky during this night on February 15th. February 16th, Palladian star cluster is going to be in Taurus and will be visible next to the moon. So back to as what I was saying is Pleiades is the most recognizable clusters. If you ever have taken a look, especially they're usually close to the moon sometimes too. It's this cluster of bright stars. They're the only ones that you'll be able to see. And they're called the seven sisters in Greek mythology. And so the Pleiades were seven sisters. Here's a little fun fact. Their names were Maya, Alcyone, Astrope, Kalino, Teyegete, I think I'm pronouncing that right, Electra, and Merope. Their parents were Atlas, who is a Titan that was commanded by the god Zeus to hold up the earth. And Pleione is the mythical protectress of the sailors. So that's the Greek mythology to what the seven sisters are. And in Native American culture, the seven star girls is what they call them. And so in Wyoming, in the North America, There's the Mateo Teepee, or also known as the Devil's Tower, it is now widely known, and it's the tall rock formation that's out there in Wyoming. And so that's a dedication to the 7-star girls, is what the natives call it. And the Aboriginal culture from the Northern Territories called the 7 Sisters water girls. And so the sisters are regarded as the beholders of beauty and possesses the magic of love. Their father, whom they called Dunya, was transformed into a crocodile to stop his incestuous ways. So the Aborigines also believe that the stars were a crystal cover coat, which explains why they shine so brightly. That's beautiful. And so in the Hindu culture, they're known in India as Kritika, the wives of the 7 wise men, who are also known as the 7 rishis, the 7 sages. And in Japan, they're known as 6 sisters. So in the Japanese culture, they're known as Subaru, which is the proper name. And so for those who know, that's the car company. And so they're usually referred to as being 7 stars, but Subaru also means unite and unity in Japanese. And so the car company Subaru chose the name for their business, and they decided to only choose 6 stars in the company logo, only because they could visibly see 6 stars, not the 7. So that's an interesting fact of how they chose that name for the company. So mark those dates down. Mark the date down of February 16th. You'll be able to see the Pleiades star clusters really big and visible in the sky during this time. So that's fun and beautiful. Again, if you guys have, the telescopes and I was going to say microphones. For sure, microphones. Telescopes and binoculars, for sure. It's beautiful to catch the stars at night. And so February 16th is when the planets start all shifting into Aquarius. So what does this mean? So it's a metaphor of living at the bottom of the volcano. So with these planets aligning all in Aquarius, we're in this position of anything can happen. Any magical, auspicious, supernatural thing can happen abruptly. And so it's that sleeping dragon that can actually erupt or just wake up at any time. It's that metaphor. And so being very flexible, mobile, and alert about things changing abruptly, or luck is just like happening, over and over. February 16th we're going to start shifting into that very good fortune kind of vibes, that energy. So even the amount of changes in your skills, your beliefs, your job, your home situation, becoming more conscious of your well-being as things shift around. It's ultimately up to us as individuals on how we want to receive these changes, fam. So you seeing that things need to shift and change for the better of yourself, you having that understanding, you either are going to capitalize on that, or you're going to continue to stay back and let fear stop you from evolving. And so again, it's really up to ourselves as individuals to take that initiative to be this self-mastery of who you are and who you want to be, and not be afraid of that, and really take that bold action and stepping into that. And so for sure, there's going to be climate change, relationship stuff, technology, where you live, as I was saying, and opportunities to live elsewhere for better opportunities. So those things will be shifting, and it's going to be more of that vibe of like, man, I can do any and everything. And you're going to feel this like surge of just inspiration and like wanting to take action. So that's exciting. Your girl always loves taking action. So when Uranus went direct in Taurus back in January 26th, and It's going to stay in Taurus until April 2026. So Uranus is also change. Uranus is moving us forward into the stubborn bull sign of Taurus. So as I was saying, if we want change, we need to be ready to be the change. So when you see it happening, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to fall back on the past of letting fear and the old beliefs and things hold you back? Or are you going to take that step forward, that leap of faith, be the page in your life, that student of life, and really jumping in and diving into something new and better for yourself, knowing that it's going to bring you so much luck and love and fortune into your life. And so February 22nd, Venus and Mars conjuncts in where we still start to see all the planets starting to align in the sky. So February 22nd, this is what they're calling the cosmic kiss. And so it's like the celestial event for February. And you'll be able to see you'll be able to see them in the southeast direction in the sky in the dawn sky. And the brightest one will be Venus. So again, guys, if you get a chance to this whole month of February, we're going to be able to see all the planets and they're going to be shining out bright. So it's beautiful. And you see me getting all excited, like, because that's how that's the vibe. It's the feeling. It's such a vibe to see, we're not only just these physical human beings, fam. There's so much more that the universe, that this living, breathing, we're not just our bodies, we're also everything else that's living and breathing outside of us, fam. So it's so beautiful to be able to connect that way. So the full moon in Virgo on 24th is called the micro full snow moon. So the moon is opposite of the sun, which is the second full moon of the year, called the snow moon. So it being a micro moon means that it's 14% smaller and 30% dimmer than a super moon. So this moon's going to be a little bit dimmer and smaller. So the 24th brings tension. So prepare. It's also going to be sparking awareness of our responsibilities to ourselves and others. So embrace the analytical energy of Virgo, addressing what rises up to surface without letting fear or anxiety hold us back. What I was saying earlier, fam, this time is a sense of release through understanding that optimism comes from keeping the faith, gang. That's why I was saying, are we going to allow the old belief systems and past, I was going to say past lives, because that's, what we are connected to is these old belief systems and issues and things that we don't realize is connected to our lineage from our past. So are we going to allow these things to continue to hold us back from evolving better and beautifully as these individuals and human beings in our lives? And so it's really taking into consideration and being responsible for ourselves and in that mature place of knowing that we can embrace this and love it and keep it moving with love and light and just allow it to be what it is and really dive into just that new energy for yourself. Cheers to the gang. Okay. And so don't shy away from what's needing to be healed also, family. And here's some fun facts about the snow full moon in specific cultures. This is beautiful. I love this. So the full snow moon in Native American cultures, the ancient tribes named this moon after the way trees cracked in the cold, or how people had to sit shoulder to shoulder around the fire for warmth. And the Celts called it the moon of ice, as expected of the coldest month in the year. The full moon is also known by more sinister names, such as the bone moon. And so the Hopi family, shout out to my natives, the tribes called it the moon of purification and renewal. East Asian cultures associated the full snow moon with new beginnings. And the ancient Chinese culture called it the budding moon. So this is also as a part of the Lunar New Year festival and all over Asia. They celebrate this during the Lantern Festival during this festival. And so the Lantern Festival is where you see everybody, putting up the lanterns floating in the sky. It's beautiful. And this is a time where they really just celebrate. It's that, union and that connection. It's that bond and that family, oriented relationship with each other. And so they eat what's called tanjiyon. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's those rice balls with the the sweet paste. If y'all never had that, go get you one, fam. Those are trouble, gang. So much trouble. And so the beautiful thing about that is the round shape of the ball symbolizes family and togetherness and bringing luck to the whole family. So that's a representation of why that exists. So that's beautiful. I love it. I love it. And so, fun fact and reason for the lantern lighting, according to the ancient Chinese, they said that not long before Buddhism was brought to China, 17 deities were witnessed flying through the sky during the first full moon of the lunar year. And so the people lit fires and lanterns to see the godly beings better. So what a vibe, right? That's crazy. That's dope. And so they continue to do so after years, but for more practical reasons. They chose to do that more to chase away the pest and to pray for a good crop in the coming spring. So that's beautiful, you guys. And so here are some of the times for the full moon on all over the world. So LA, Frisco, San Francisco, Vancouver. On the 24th, it's going to come through around 4:30 a.m. New York, Toronto, Atlanta, it's going to arrive around 7:30 a.m. London, Manchester, Dublin, it's going to be coming through at 12:30 p.m. Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Muscat. These are places I would love to visit. They're going to come through. They're going to... The moon is gonna be showing up and showing out at 4:30 p.m. Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne. These are the places I would love to go to. The full moon's gonna be at 11:30 p.m. Singapore, your girl's been there, beautiful place. Kuala Lumpur, if I'm pronouncing that right. That's going to come around 8:30 p.m. And so February 28th, Saturn lines up with the sun conjunction. It's going to be on the opposite side of the sun. So we'll be able to see this in the early mornings. Again, you guys, this month, as I was saying, we're going to be able to see a lot of these planets out. It's going to be beautiful. So Mercury and Saturn is too close to the sun, so we won't be able to see this as much. Mercury and Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, plus the moon are all visible in the sky. So Uranus will be between Jupiter and the Pleiades. These are all the planet alignments for February. As I was saying, guys, if you get a chance to get out through these dates and times and look up at the sky during the night, man, it's so beautiful to see. It's such a vibe to be able to connect and really connect. It's beautiful. So February February brings refreshing changes for personal growth, family. So Pluto is like the magician in tarot. It's being able to really use this energy for your willpower so you can find those breakthrough moments for yourself and really allow that energy to help you cut loose, baby. And I mean that in the most like beautiful and purest like way of just cut those, chains, cut loose from the fears, cut loose from the habits and the limitations and things that are holding you back in life so that you can use this to your potential and your maximum potentially, fam. And so the end of the month is going to, as we shift into Pisces season, it's going to be more of a reality check. So later in February, towards the end of the month, we're going to start grounding in this energy of like, okay, what did this month teach me? And so it's now time to really check in with ourselves and that reality check of like, okay, what's working, what's not, how we doing this. Let's get into the next season, fam. Ooh. So with that being said, gang, I wanted to quickly go through a horoscope for each sign. And this is actually, I found this it's online. It's one of my favorite magazines that I have been reading and purchasing for years, and they're called Vice magazine. If you guys don't know who and what Vice is, they're a lifestyle culture like magazine talking about politics, different cultures, fashion, music, all of it. It's beautiful. So Vice magazine, get a chance to you can even find they have so many dope and crazy like interviews on YouTube. It's funny too, your girl back in the day actually got an interview with them to be one of like their hosts or whatever, but that was just a time and space where it was like a tryout. And so again, this magazine company is so dope. If you get a chance to check them out on YouTube or just go to their website, there's so many different things to explore. They talk about so many different things. It's a lifestyle magazine. So we're going to jump into their horoscope and what they have for February. So this is for this is for the month of February, guys. So here's for Aries. This is just a quick, like, to the point, be mindful of this for this month. So Aries, pay attention to parts of yourself that fly under the radar. Taurus, you're motivated to reach your highest potentials as Venus meets Mars. Gemini, the full moon resolves or ends issues in your private life. Cancer, consider how you cope with changes as the sun moves through your chart's house of rebirth. That's dope. And Leo, affection is contagious around February 24th's full moon. Ooh, okay. Virgo, calculated changes to your lifestyle begin with the new moon in Aquarius. Libra, your creative and artistic powers flow when Venus enters Aquarius, because who's our ruling planet? Scorpio, family relationships are transformed as Venus meets with Pluto. Sag, this month's full moon reveals your legacy. That's dope, guys. Capricorn, the Aquarius season, you're fighting for financial stability despite the chaos. So y'all are focused on that money, gang. Aqua, Venus and Mars meet in your sign, igniting a creative spark, baby. Pisces, you're open about your secret desires during the full moon. Oh, gang, fam. So that is the Cool Kids Astro News. I wanted to just jump on here briefly to give you guys some key dates and fun facts and what to expect for February, family. So I love and appreciate all of you guys. I hope this helps and resonates. I hope you guys get a chance to get out to see the meteor shower for sure. If you guys never seen one, get out into the sky, get out into the night sky, fam, around the time, and really just like hone in on that energy, fam. It's such a vibe. So gang, I hope this helps you guys for the month. I'll catch you guys in the readings. We're going to be putting more out this week. So love, like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, family. I love and appreciate everybody for being right here. Tap right in with your girl, fam. Peace and so much love, gang. Mwah.